The 5-2-1-2 YouTube, probably the best 5-back formation on the game. So because of that, for your cheapest and most reliable place to buy FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Link is down in the description below. Use the code WOLF at the checkout for 5% off your order. You are going to want to use balance on the defensive style. I would not use press after possession loss or pressure on heavy touch at all. I think ever since they dropped the latest patch about 3 or 4 weeks ago, pressure on heavy touch and press after possession loss has been nerfed into the ground, YouTube. Check out trustdice.wing, link is down in the description below. Enjoy 8,000 plus crypto games, up to 20% cash back, fast withdrawal system, and a 24/7 live support. You do have popular games in the casino, and you also have a live casino if you do want to check it out. Link is down in the description below. Check them out. You can also use the sports section as well, whether it be the NBA, the Champions League, the Premier League, the Bundesliga, the NFL La Liga, anything you want. So remember to check out trustdice.win. Link is down in the description below. I mean well and truly into the ground, so because of that, I would stay well away. I much prefer a balanced style where your team presses the ball to the middle of the pitch and your team shape is neutral. I just prefer that. But before we get into the video, YouTube, drop this video a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Now, the defensive width, you are going to want to go a little bit more narrow, but not as narrow as some of my other formations. The reason being, in the 5-2-1-2, you don't really need to go as narrow as you would normally be, because you do actually have 5 defenders. So I have gone down to 45 on the defensive width. I really like the 45 width. I like where my left wing back and my right wing back are in general. I like where all 3 of my centre backs are when we are using the 45 width. They're not too wide, but they're also not too central either. It's really OP, and something that I think more of you should really be looking at using that 45 width when you are using a 5 at the back formation. That's what I'm talking about, by the way. Going a little bit more narrow really does help with our defending. The defensive depth. Now, this is where it does get a little bit interesting. I've gone quite aggressive with the 5-2-1-2. I've gone all the way up. I say all the way up. I've gone up to 60 depth. Now, if any of you don't know why that will be, I am a very aggressive FIFA player. I always like to get in my opponent's face and all of that good stuff anyway. Nice. Winning the ball nice and high at the pitch is why I do go a little bit higher with that 60 depth. But when we are using a 5 at the back formation, we can definitely afford to be a little bit more aggressive than we would normally be. So I would probably normally use like around about a 55 or a 57 depth. But because we do actually have 5 defenders, of course, in the 5-2-1-2, we can afford to be very aggressive with our defensive depth, because we do have the defensive cover when we lose the ball, and also our opponent playing balls in behind. We've got that defensive cover anyway. So that's why I'm using the 60 depth. I would recommend you use it as well. The offense is build-up play and chance creation. I'm going to go into zero detail with that, YouTube. You guessed it, balance of direct passing, the absolute bread and butter, and it will be all this year as well. So get your toast, get it buttered, get your margarine on it, get your jam on it, get whatever you want on it, because it's going to be balanced of direct passing. Now, the offensive width, I actually do go a little bit more narrow, so I go down to 47 on the offensive width. I basically really like where my left wing back and my right wing back are in general, but I do just want to make it a little bit more narrow, just so that my left wing back and my right wing back aren't literally just hugging the touchline, kind of just that they're 2 or 3 yards inwards from the touchline. It just means that when we lose the ball, we're in a really good position to press, and also we then have the option to cut inside with our left wing back and our right wing back anyway, if we don't want to abuse that byline meta. Players in the box, of course, I'm going to go into zero detail, is going to be 7. The more players that we have in the box, YouTube, the more likely we are to score a goal. It is very simple, and your absolute bread and butter. Believe you me, more players in the box, especially when we're using a 5 at the back formation. Actually, we do want to get as many players in the box as we can, so having that 7 players in the box on that graphic really does help. I then lower the corners down from 3 and 3 to 2 and 2. I always do that, YouTube, always have done and always will. Stops us getting counter attacked on from our own corners. So custom tactics done. Let's get into the player instructions. Now, both my strikers are on exactly the same thing here, YouTube. Now, the 5-2-1-2 is an elite formation defensively. We need to get it right going forward, and I have to admit the 5-2-1-2 is actually brilliant going forward as well, especially when you have all the player instructions that I have on these players as well. It really does help. So both of my strikers are on stay central and getting behind. Yes, your absolute bread and butter. Stay central and getting behind. Beautiful. Ah, it's beautiful. And again, having the 2 strikers in them central areas of the pitch really helping there. You win the ball back nice and high. Perfect. Basically, I want my strikers in them central areas of the pitch. Very, very, very simple, really. And also, I want them making runs in behind. That's what I want, YouTube. I want my strikers in them central areas of the pitch and making them penetrating runs in behind. We don't need them to drift out wide because we have our left wing back and our right wing back to do that. The strikers stay within the width of the 18-yard box and make them penetrating runs in behind. The cam is probably the most important player in this formation, YouTube, probably hands down. So the cam, everything, and I mean absolutely everything, goes through the cam. So the cam probably needs to be your best player. On my RTG, it is, of course, my Neymar. I love him. The cam is then on stay forward and get into the box for cross. The get into the box for cross, I cannot express to you how important that is for the cam to be on getting to the box for cross. When your cam isn't on getting to the box for cross, I just feel like they don't score enough and they don't create enough opportunities. Having them on getting to the box for cross just gives us another attacking outlet, gets the cam involved in the box with getting goal scoring actions, getting assists, getting into goal scoring opportunities as well. So needed. Now, the two central midfielders, it doesn't matter if you want to flip this, but I have my left centre mid is my more attack-minded central midfielder. So my left centre mid is then on getting to the box across and cover centre. So my left central midfielder will make penetrating runs into the box and get forward and help out a lot in the attacking third of the game. Very, very, very important that my left centre mid does that. But Samuel Eto'o, stay central and getting behind on the two strikers. There's my left central midfielder. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about again, by the way. Left central midfielder getting to the box for cross really does help. He will score, well, he or she, whoever your left central midfielder is, will score a lot of goals for you, believe you me. It doesn't matter if you want to flip that, just as long as then you're more defensive-minded central midfielder. So for me, my right central midfielder and my Yaya Toure is then on stay back while attacking and cover centre. So my right central midfielder, my Yaya Toure, will be playing in like that Rodri role, that Boubacar Kamara role. He will just kind of stay there, win the ball back, kind of play as like an actual number 6 and a CDM. Whereas then my left central midfielder will kind of play in like that Odegaard role or like that Douglas Luiz role where they do have license to get forward and get into the box for cross. So they will get a lot of goals and a lot of assists. It's very important. Again, doesn't matter if you want to flip that, just as long as one of your central midfielders is on getting to the box for cross and cover centre, and then the other one is then on stay back while attacking and cover centre. Now, last but not least, my right wing back and my left wing back, probably the most important player instructions you can have on the 5-2-1-2 is having both the left wing back and the right wing back on join the attack and overlap. So both my left wing back and my right wing back will make overlapping runs on the left hand side and the right hand side. There's the right wing back on join the attack and overlap. Is he going to score for me? He is, and my opponent is going to rage quit out of here. Again, having the wing backs on join the attack and overlap, so important for you, YouTube. I cannot express it enough how important it is. We'll be bombing on down that left-hand side and that right-hand side, providing us the width. And that's why, another reason why I have my strikers on stay central and getting behind, because I get a lot of the width provided for me by having my left wing-back and my right wing-back on join the attack and overlap as well. All three of my centre-backs, completely default settings. And then last but not least, my goalkeeper is then on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there is my brand new updated 5-2-1-2 custom tactics video for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, YouTube, please drop it a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. I hope you have a wonderful 2024. Peace out. One love.